and a little rabbit. But this is a stuffed toy, and it's a tale of love and affection. And it's just a reminder for you that how love and affection can help make other people feel better, feel happier, feel important, and kind of inspire them to keep going with life, isn't it? Don't we need our parents' love, our siblings, our friends, our cousins? So this is how it goes. So let's start. The name of the story is The Velveteen Rabbit. The Velveteen Rabbit. I hope you got a good peek at it. And it has been adapted by Jennifer Bodart. So let's begin with the Velveteen Rabbit. Here is the little rabbit. You get a good close-up of him. There, isn't it cute? Oh, okay. So let's see what's happening. On a Christmas morning, the boy just couldn't wait to go downstairs and see what Santa had brought him. The night before, he could hardly sleep thinking about all the wonderful presents he would receive. Normally, the boy's stocking was filled with candy, but this year it held a wonderful surprise, a velveteen rabbit. The boy was filled with joy. When he saw the velveteen rabbit, he kissed the rabbit and squeezed its soft, squishy tummy. The boy held his new friend under his arm while he opened all of his other gifts. It was love at first sight, I think. That Christmas, the boy received many new toys, which joined his old toys in the nursery. With so many new toys, the boy forgot about the Velveteen Rabbit for a time. But the Velveteen Rabbit did not forget how nice it felt to be held in the boy's arms. Let's have a look at the Christmas tree and the toys and the rabbit and the boy. Can you see it clearly? Yeah, isn't that a lovely picture? So you see the Velveteen Rabbit hanging from the wall. Oh, okay. So see how toys, all of the toys finally, you know, how you guys when you're smaller, you get tired of the same toys after playing with them for some time. And then there they go in the toy box. The nursery was filled with many different sort of toys. There was a shiny toy soldier who looked very serious and dignified, a bright sailboat that really floated, and a car that buzzed and moved. The Velveteen Rabbit felt playing next to these toys. He was nothing but fluff and stitches. The only toy in the nursery who became friends with the Velveteen Rabbit was a shabby old horse. The horse was old and frayed, like me, torn, but he was wise. Flashy toys don't last, said the horse. They break easily, and they don't have anything lovable inside. They'll never be real. So here you see the toy box with the car and the soldier and a little shabby but loving horse talking to Velveteen Rabbit. Yes. So, what does it mean to be real? Asked the Velveteen Rabbit. Does it mean being new forever? No, explained the horse. You become real after someone loves you for a long time. By then you're old and tattered, but that's okay. When you're real, you're truly beautiful. That night, the boy asked his nanny for the toy dog which he usually held while he slept. The nanny was not in the mood to look for the toy dog, so she handed the Velveteen Rabbit to the boy. Here you go, she said. He'll help you get to sleep just fine. The boy took the Velveteen Rabbit and held him tightly next to his body. The Velveteen Rabbit fit the crook of the boy's arm much better than the dog did, and the boy quickly and happily fell asleep. Look at the sweet smile on the boy's and the rabbit's face. Can you see it? I hope you can. Yeah, there you are. Okay. The Velveteen Rabbit felt so good that he didn't mind being a bit squashed. In fact, he didn't even notice. The Velveteen Rabbit loved being hugged so closely while the boy slept. Of all the toys in the nursery, the rabbit felt like he was the most special. See, he's being handed over by the nanny, because nanny is tired and grumpy, as we can see, of looking after the baby boy. From that night on, the Velveteen Rabbit always looked forward to bedtime, when the boy would hug him as he fell asleep. But the two also spent their days together. The boy loved the Velveteen Rabbit so much that he took him everywhere he went. Sometimes they went on picnics or played in the garden. Other times, the boy treated the Velveteen Rabbit Velveteen Rabbit to long rides in the wheelbarrow. No matter what they did, they always had a wonderful time. The Velveteen Rabbit's heart was filled with joy. He loved the boy and felt very lucky to spend so much time with him. The Velveteen Rabbit was so happy on the inside that he didn't even notice how shabby he was becoming on the outside. Do you see the two playmates playing together everywhere? Picnics everywhere? And the space between his ears was beginning to wear thin from all the nights of being hugged, right? And petted at bedtime. He's being squeezed every night. One afternoon, the boy left the Velveteen Rabbit hiding in the garden while he went to pick berries. Suddenly, lightning flashed and rain began to pour. Hippity-poppity, poppity-pop, the boy became frightened and ran straight home. At bedtime, the little boy realized he left the Velveteen Rabbit outside when it began to rain. Who would rescue him? Nanny, of course. Grumbling, the nanny headed outside with a flashlight and found the rabbit. The nanny returned with a scowl and said, "I can't believe I went out in the rain to find your silly toy." The boy quickly snatched the rabbit from her. "He's not a toy, he's real," he shouted. "He's not a toy, he's real," he shouted. The Velveteen Rabbit was cold and dripping with water, but he did not mind at all. The boy said he was real. That meant the boy loved him. He remembered the ponies, the horses conversation. Did you? Yeah, I'm sure you did. One day, the boy placed the Velveteen Rabbit on a nice bed of leaves while he went off to play in the woods. Suddenly, two strange creatures showed up. They looked like rabbits, but they had twitching noses and they hopped all by themselves. "Hello," said one of them to the rabbit. "Would you like to come play with us?" "No, thank you," stuttered the Velveteen Rabbit. He did not want the strangers to know that he could not hop by himself like they could. "He's not real," said the small rabbit to his friend. "He's just a toy." As they hopped away, the rabbit watched and wished he could follow them. There are the rabbits, and there's the rabbit, there's the Velveteen Rabbit. Do you get it? The stuffed toy. One day, then what happened was, let's see, I have to turn to the next page. Alright, before long, the Velveteen Rabbit forgot all about the two rabbits that he met in the woods. He was too busy spending his time with the boy. By now, the Velveteen Rabbit was more tattered than ever. His plush fur was dirty and torn, and he left trails of stuffing everywhere he went. Maybe you could see the cotton stuffing is coming out, stitchings are coming off. I'm sure you all have your favorite toys which you love and which you sleep with or you hug all the time. When he was with the boy, he was happy and he didn't mind how he looked. One day, something awful happened. The boy became ill and everything changed. While he was sick, the Velveteen Rabbit became very worried. He stayed close to the boy and did whatever he could think of to help him get better. What a loving pet. He spent his days imagining all the fun they would have when the boy was well again. At night, he whispered his plans to the boy. We'll do this, we'll play outside. The Velveteen Rabbit was sure he could make him feel better. See, he's whispering things, happy things, fun things in his ears to make him feel better. That's the best way he knew how to make the boy feel better. And with the help of the Velveteen Rabbit, can you believe it? The boy soon got better and things were wonderful once again. Ta-ta-ta! The boy and the Velveteen Rabbit went to the garden and played and did all the fun things they used to do. The Velveteen Rabbit was happier than he had ever been until the boy and his family went on a vacation. Oopsie daisy. The Velveteen Rabbit was accidentally forgotten and had to stay at home. Oh, how sad. The Velveteen Rabbit watched the boy leave and he began to cry. Poor little thing. In the spot where his tears had fallen, a flower grew. Oh my God! The flower held a magical figure who said, "Hello, dear rabbit. Your love for the boy has earned you the right to become real." "Wasn't I real already?" asked the rabbit. "Only to the boy. Now I will make you real to everyone." And suddenly the rabbit could hop on his own. Hippity hop, hippity hop. See the magic of love, sincere, affectionate love. And it was heard by the good fairies, and there grew a flower, and out came a beautiful, tender-hearted fairy who promised that he had stood by the little boy, especially when he was sick. So she's going to make him real because he has real feelings. And so, by magic, he could hop and skip on his own. When the boy returned home from his long vacation, he headed to the woods to play one day. As he was walking, the boy saw a rabbit who looked very familiar. His glossy fur coat had a dark patch over the left eye. The rabbit was not like all the other rabbits who normally ran away when they saw the boy. He was different. He hopped right up to the boy as if to say hello. "That's amazing," thought the boy. "This bunny looks just like my old friend the Velveteen Rabbit." The boy smiled as he thought of all the fun times he had shared with the Velveteen Rabbit. He did not know that his friend had returned as a real rabbit at last and was standing right in front of him. Though he lived in the woods and could move on his own now, the rabbit would never forget the boy's love, which had helped him become real. So do you think he is happy being real, or was he happy being a stuffed toy? Let's see. Here the boy's surprise is reminding him of his Velveteen rabbit. Isn't that amazing? See, magical things happen if there's purity, sincerity, and love in our lives. So, do you agree with me? So, you agree to be kind and tender and loving and affectionate to the things around you, clean them up, take care of them, and your mom and pop, and your siblings, and your friends, and your cousins, and the people who help you, looking after you and your house, isn't it? The domestic staff. Yes. And spread the good word around. I hope you enjoyed the story, and let me know if you have any of your favorite stories. Just message me and you're going to hear that story. Wouldn't you like to? I would love to tell you a story that you really love and are fond of. Okay, lovely to see you, and good night.